That looks nice. Welcome back to the Trick Shift Garage YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to go ahead and replace, or should I say upgrade, your brake light bulbs, including the one on both sides here as well as your top one, with Auxito. Let's get started. Alright, so the first step on how to get to the rear brake light is going to be to remove these 3 plastic fasteners. And all you really need is a flathead screwdriver, and you kind of pry up and comes out. There's one. So that one you just have to pull out the centerpiece and then it should come out. That's a big one. So you want to get in there like this and kind of get that loose. And then once you pull that out, then this part can be squeezed and you can pull it out. And it takes a little finagling, but okay. Here's the second one. This. You just want to lift up. Yeah, so you're just going to lift, pull up with it, and then this should come out. The next step to do is to remove this clip and this clip. Oh, it came out. Pull it out. All right, there's the other one. We should be able to have enough room. We can peel this back. There's going to be 2 bolts, and you can't really see them right away because they're kind of hidden under these clips. You see this one here, and then there's one here. So yours should be kind of basically hiding in plain sight. The next step is going to be taking these bolts or these nuts off. You will need like an extended socket because these studs are kind of too long for our standard size 8mm. So just an extension, or just use an 8mm wrench. I mean, that will work too. Whatever you got on hand. So we're just going to loosen these, and be careful not to lose these nuts when they fall, when they come off. Here's one. Let's get this one here. Okay, here's the last one. Now that we've got the studs out, we can pull the taillight, but there's two extra little studs. They're not bolts, they're kind of like plastic push fasteners. I'm just gonna have to show you once I get it out. But you want to be very careful while you're moving it to not break the taillight assembly. That was easy. Okay, so you'll see these 2 plastic like pins. Okay, those pins, they go into the body right here and here. Okay, so when you're pulling, you'll get the 2 studs out, but you'll feel something like still grabbing the taillight. It's these 2 pins here. To remove the brake light bulb, it's going to be, if you look at this and kind of eye it up, it's going to be this one right here. Okay, so to remove it, all you have to do is turn it counterclockwise about a 1/4 turn, and then boom, out it comes. All you have to do with it is grab it and give it a slight pull. Oh, that was more than a slight pull. And then you got your brake light bulb out. All right, so here we go. We got our new Auxito LED light bulbs. So the beauty of Auxito light bulbs is they're basically plug and play. Okay, I'm gonna take one out. So this is LED. The plugs, as you can see, are the same. So that lends itself to this Auxito bulb basically being a plug and play type deal. I suggest updating or upgrading to LED bulbs is because these are much brighter than the old standard bulbs. I put my LED headlight bulbs, you can check that video out with the card at the top, and I've been loving those LED headlight bulbs. They're a lot brighter, they help me drive at night, I can see clearly, and they just look really cool. So let's go ahead and plug this in now. Okay, so now that we got the old standard light bulb out of the way, we can go ahead and add our new LED bulb in. And like I said, it's literally plug and play. That looks nice. Okay, so we know it's working now, so we can go ahead and install it the rest of the way and put it in. And once you get it lined up, you'll feel it. Just want to do a quarter turn, and then it locks into place, and that's it. We're going to go ahead and put it in. So you just want to line up those studs. All right, like so. And then you're going to push down like vertically to lock it in place. Okay, so next step is to go ahead and take our 8mm nut, and we're going to screw it back in. Okay, got to tighten, and just a little snug. Don't want to kill it too much because then you could strip it or break it. So once you get those two nuts back in, go ahead, take your clips again, kind of tack it in place. Once you got everything tightened and buttoned back in, you're gonna go ahead and get your liner, and you're just gonna tuck it back in. All right, so then we're gonna go ahead and take our clips, and you want to start with this top part kind of like out, and then once you actually get it into the hole, then you can push the center part in like this. Okay, and that locks it in place. And then you grab your other one, same thing, get it started, and then once you actually get the bottom in, then you can push it in like that, and that locks that in place. All right, so now that we got the driver's side done and on, now what we got to do is the passenger side. It's the same exact process as the driver's side, so I'm not going to go ahead and bore you with the passenger side. It's the same exact thing. All right, so last but not least, we need to put this back in. So you want to make sure this tucks in underneath. There's a little wood panel. Make sure that's actually under it. Okay, then you're going to line up the holes that you see. You can use your trunk latch right here as kind of like a guide to make sure you have it correctly in place. And then once you have it lined up, you're just going to push down. There you go. Like that. And that locks it in from the top portion. Okay? And then you'll grab these clips again. And if you remember, the two bigger clips were on the outside. Push it in, lock it in place. And you push it in, push that in. That's done. You got one more, a little one. That's in the center. Push the bottom in, then push the top in. And it locks in place. All right, so to remove the plastic housing, so all you gotta do is put your hand here and push towards the back of the glass, and then lift up, and then once it's up like this, then all you gotta do is just wiggle it out right here, and here's your light bulb. So at this point, all we need to do is grab by this plastic housing and just turn it counterclockwise, and then it should come out. This is the light bulb. There's nothing else to it. All you gotta do is pull it out like so, and then bust my knuckle, and then let's go get the new one. These are the Auxito LED light bulbs. The equivalent is 921 bulb size, so this should replace it. So here's the bulb. Just need one. This is plug and play design. All you have to do is line up the bulb into the socket and just push in. Okay. All right, so this works. Let's go ahead and put it back in. And all you got to do is line up these notches with the notches on the housing. Okay, and once you got it in, then all you got to do is rotate it clockwise about a quarter turn, like so. That's good. And then we're just going to put it back. So you just want to line up the notches. Okay, so what you gotta do, you see this down here? There's a little plastic like tab, I guess you can say. All you gotta do is push it towards the glass, and then it should go down. We're ready to test. Bob, go ahead, hit the brake pedal. Woo! Shiny. I'd say it's a little bit shinier than the old one. Yeah. Looks good. Okay, so that's it for this video. The Auxito LED bulbs look awesome. They look great. Bob, what do you say? What do you think?
They're good.
They're good?
They're perfect.
All right, Bob says they're good, so that means they're good. We're going to have a special link down in the description. You go ahead and click that link. You can get these brake light bulbs as well. Also, don't forget, we have a 15% special discount code. You get an extra 15% off when you buy through Auxito, through the link. So, hey, I mean, they're brighter. They're supposed to last longer. We'll see how they do. I mean, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll burn out. Maybe they'll last even longer than the regular bulbs. So we'll find out, though, and I'll be sure to let you know. That's it for this video. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one.